Spencer Ricker will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of our nation.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. We come to you today to remember a man who loved his country, a man who loved his community, a man who loved and served and cared for his family. We come today to thank you for his life, the way he lived it, for his heart, for the way he gave it. We ask now that you'd be with the men and women who are searching for, seeking out to find the person or persons who took his life. We ask that you'd use all that are in this place today to remember him forever, to let their ears be the ears of our detectives and the sheriff, to let their mouths be the mouths of the community to be able to search out the person who took his life. We honor him today. We thank you for him. Be with the sheriff as he leads us. Be with the community as they care for this family is our prayer. Amen.
Amen.
Sheriff Lamberti.
Good morning. I want to thank everyone for being here as we mark the second anniversary of Chris's death. I'm so pleased that we're able to come together and honor him and pay tribute to him. And we're really, really fortunate to have Chris's family here with us today. You know, they've gone through so much since August 10th of 2007. And I know they're moving forward and they're healing, but to have them with us here today is a really, really great pleasure and an honor. And I want to introduce the members of the family that are here today. First of all, Chris's wife, Kim Rica. Thank you, Kim. Thanks for being here. Chris's daughter, Autumn Rica. Spencer, who you heard from. Spence, great job, pal. I was telling him earlier, I can't believe the summer's over and, you know, back to school already. It's hard to believe, but he's ready for it. Kurt Rica, brother of Chris. And also Mike Rica, brother of Chris. I also want to thank Mayor Lamar Fisher from the city of Pompano Beach and all the Pompano Beach city officials that are here with us today. Mayor Fisher, thank you for being here. And Commissioners, Portier, Murray, Hardin, thank you for being here. Also, we have with us United States Congressman Ron Klein. Congressman Klein, thank you for taking the time to be here with us. You know, it's important that we all work together in this community. We need to stand united against crime. And especially in a situation like this, we need to stand united and voice our concern over the senseless killing of a dedicated law enforcement officer. You know, in 1991, I had the distinct pleasure of being at the dedication ceremony for the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial in Washington, D.C. And seeing the names is one thing. That really moves you. But also there's a saying that's etched on the wall. If you've never been there and you've never seen it, that's what moved me the most. And it says this: it's not how they died that made them heroes. It's how they lived. And that's a perfect description of Chris Rica. He was a hero, but not how he died, how he lived his life. And we all should use that as an example. He was a decorated military veteran. He was a man of faith. He was a great father a Boy Scout leader, got very involved in his kids' lives. And you can see that because of the path that all his children are on. He was a great husband, a great brother, and a great friend to all of us, and a great co-worker to all of us at the Broward Sheriff's Office. He was the perfect sergeant, kind, dedicated, truthful. The people in the city of Pompano Beach were much safer when he was out on the street patrolling, and we know that. That's how he gave his life. Even though it's very, very painful to remember what happened to Chris 2 years ago, we know that he was exactly doing what he wanted to do. And today he's exactly where he wants to be, in heaven, looking down on us, telling us, please remember him and remember all the sacrifices that he made. And that's why it's an honor for us to be here today. The city of Pompano Beach lost one of its greatest protectors on August 10, 2007. And to those of you in the community, I want you to remember that every time you see a deputy sheriff or a law enforcement officer on the streets of this county. He was simply doing his job, just like we do it day in and day out, protecting this community. And although we're here to remember Chris and honor him, we're here for another reason. The killers of Chris haven't been brought to justice yet. And we want to reach out to the community and plead to the community. Someone, somewhere knows something about who killed Chris. We're still looking for the white vehicle. Crime Stoppers is here today. We're still looking for that vehicle and that tag number. We haven't found them yet. If you know where that tag is, that license plate, if you know where that vehicle is, let us know. There's still a reward out there. Here's the check, $267,000, waiting for that person that's going to come forward and give us the final piece of the puzzle. I don't care what your background is. I don't care what your criminal history is. All we care about is the information that you have that's going to bring closure to this family and to all of us at the Broward Sheriff's Office. If you provide us that information, you're going to get that check. And I'm here to tell you that. Remember, he wasn't just a fellow deputy sheriff. He was a father, a brother, a husband, a public servant, and a friend to a lot of people. So my plea is to the people out there that may have that piece of information, help us solve this. Help us bring closure to this great, great family who are moving forward, and they need to have that piece closed. Again, I thank you for being here. The fact that you're here means a lot. That means you care about Chris and Kim and her family. So thank you. Kim Rika, Kim.
Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry, I kind of have to read a little bit from here. I wanted to thank you all for coming out today on this very hot South Florida day. I want to thank my family, friends, the community, and law enforcement community for all the prayers and support that have been given from my children and me over the past 2 years. I would also like to thank the media for making every attempt to keep the community aware of this unsolved case. They have always been courteous and empathetic. We have all been affected by this case. I'm sure the investigation of this case has been difficult and challenging. The detectives investigating this case are doing everything they can to solve this case. I can speak for my family and myself when I say that we appreciate their commitment and diligence. I remain confident that in time, the detectives will have all the pieces to explain that tragic morning. My prayer remains that anyone knowing about that night makes the right decision to call Crime Stoppers and help in this case. All of our lives will still have been affected, but there might be a small sense of peace brought to each and every one of us as justice is served. Thanks again for being here.